Hi, my name's Caleb Hammond, and today I'm going to talk about why I love hip-hop. Now, today, everybody knows what hip-hop music is, but I want to talk about its origins a bit. Hip-hop first emerged in the Bronx in the early 70s and grew fast in popularity around New York, but didn't garner much attention outside the state for a while. It wasn't until 1979, with the single Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, that hip-hop first gained mainstream recognition. I'm sure you've all heard this song before, even if you don't recognize the name. It's the one that goes, I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip hop, and you don't stop. A rocket to the bang bang boogie, so up jumps the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie the beat. Since then, hip hop has established itself as one of the most popular genres of music in the world. When I was little, I was exposed to all different types of music. My dad played a lot of songs by artists like Run DMC and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and Eric B. and Rakim. But my mom exposed me to a lot of different artists like Cyndi Lauper and Barry Manilow and the Bee Gees, who are still one of my favorites to this day. But as I got older and started to develop my own musical taste, hip-hop became my favorite genre of music, mostly for the beats. For the most part, I just thought of music as something to dance to, and I wasn't really looking for deep, meaningful lyrics. It wasn't until about the 4th grade that my older brother introduced me to the album Food and Liquor by Lupe Fiasco. The album was a subgenre of hip-hop called conscious rap, meaning that it highlighted issues within the black community and had positive and uplifting messages. At the time, I'd gone to private school all my life, so I was pretty sheltered, and I wasn't aware of a lot of the issues that Lupe Fiasco was addressing in these songs, such as racism and generational poverty. So it was pretty mind-opening to me. I wanted to learn more about these issues, and I wondered why I'd never heard about them on the news or in school or anything like that. As I wanted to listen to more artists like him, so I started listening to other artists, some of you may know, like Mos Def and A Tribe Called Quest and Public Enemy. And from about 4th to 8th grade, all I did was listen to rap music. I was pretty obsessed with it, with the exception of Linkin Park and the Black Eyed Peas, because what middle schooler didn't listen to Linkin Park and the Black Eyed Peas? And I think the best part about it was that it taught me about the world and things that I didn't know. But that's not the only reason why I love hip-hop music. I also love it because it taught me to appreciate art and the conditions that I grew up in and myself. Rapping is essentially just rhyming poetry over a beat. It's part of what made me love the album Food and Liquor so much. The songs were filled with figurative language and different rhyme schemes and cadences and unique beats. And my love for the album eventually led to me developing an interest in poetry. And I discovered some of my favorite poets, such as Nikki Giovanni and Jill Scott Heron and Maya Angelou from rap songs. Now, a big portion of hip-hop since its inception has been that it's a reflection of the values and conditions of black people in America. So one thing that kind of bothered me when I first started getting into hip-hop music was how many artists seemed to rap about things like drug dealing and gang banging. It wasn't anything that I could relate to, and then I wonder why someone felt the need to talk about these types of things in their songs. What I know now is that things like these are a reflection of the reality for a lot of black people in America. And when it comes to music, people tend to talk about or sing about things that they know. And people, at least to some extent, are just products of their environment. You can ask any kid here at Oakridge what they plan to do after they graduate, and they'll probably tell you that they plan on going to college. The environments that we grew up in has cultivated a certain set of values within us. But imagine you're from a destitute neighborhood where gang activity is commonplace, parents are absent, the schools have no funding, so the teachers don't care, and more kids drop out than graduate. If this is all that you've known for your entire life, you're gonna have a different mindset than someone who'd gone to private school for all of theirs. After learning about these things from music, it made me have a deeper appreciation for the family that I had and the opportunities that I've been given in my life. One thing that hip-hop has done for me is uplift me, because black people in America haven't always had a great history. We've always been treated as second-class citizens, and for starters, there was the whole slavery thing, and then there's Jim Crow laws and lynchings and etc. Things are a lot better now, but the feelings of inferiority are still here, although now a lot of it is subconscious. It doesn't help that the media constantly portrays black people in a negative light. And even when we are held in esteem, it's usually only in a way that's been approved for black people, such as being a rapper or an athlete or something to that effect. And then there's also the issue of how black faces are rarely portrayed as beautiful. Even if L'Oreal decides to use a black face for one of their advertisements, it's usually someone with a light complexion like Beyonce. But even then, they still feel the need to whitewash her image. This is where hip hop comes in. In a society where I've often felt put down, hip hop raises me up. It's made me feel like I'm not any less important or intelligent than anyone else, and that there's nothing I can't achieve if I set my mind to it. And I could do more than just be the next Kevin Hart or LeBron James. It's made me feel like my life is important. But I think my favorite thing about hip hop is how in this day and age, it's so diverse. So even if you can't personally relate to these things I talked about today, there's still something for you, whether or not you're into carefree, happy songs or love songs or just songs you can turn up to. Hip hop has something for you, and that's why I love hip hop music. Thank you.